Baker serial killer, Friday's emotional memorial service for slain college student Meredith Emerson was a grim reminder of the gruesome murder committed by a sick drifter roaming the North Georgia woods. Now, less than a week after Gary Michael Hilton led Georgia investigators to the body of the missing hiker, cops in 2 other states have named Hilton the prime suspect in at least 3 other unsolved murders. Here's Brother Craig.
You could scream out as loud as you want here and no one's going to hear you.
No, it's so desolate and remote that there's no homes anywhere close to this area, so you can scream out, no one will ever hear you.
According to Dawson County Sheriff Billy Carlisle, Meredith Emerson's remains were found here in the Dawson Forest, a 24,000-acre reserve 60 miles from where she was snatched on January 1st.
He encountered her on Blood Mountain up in Union County. He probably kept her in the van with him. We think that she was actually killed here in the Forest Management area on January the 4th.
So he brought her here, murdered her on the scene, and left her.
Without going into any details of what we found in the crime scene, that's probably what happened.
According to the sheriff, the creepy drifter charged with the horrendous murder of the pretty college student may have killed before.
Meredith Emerson's murder has also generated a lot of interest in other police departments in different states. Why is that?
I think it's because of the similarity of her murder. Other states, jurisdictions of other states have called us, emailed us, wanting information on this case because it's so similar to the cases that they've got in theirs, where the hikers have just vanished.
Hilton is being investigated in 5 cases, 2 in Georgia, 1 in North Carolina, and 2 in Florida. Like Meredith, victims in 3 of the other cases were also decapitated. Florida officials say they have enough evidence to charge Hilton with the murder of 46-year-old Cheryl Hodges Dunlap, whose body was found in Apalachicola National Forest. Major Mike Wood, Leon County Sheriff's Office.
As a result of our investigation, we have confirmed that Gary Michael Hilton was in fact in Leon County during the time span of Ms. Cheryl Dunlap's disappearance. He is the primary focus of our investigation.
Across Florida, in Ormond Beach, local cops investigating the murder of Michael Scott Lewis, 27, also met with Georgia authorities. Also decapitated, Michael's scattered remains were found December 6th near Tomoka State Park. And North Carolina authorities have named Hilton as a suspect in the October disappearance of John and Irene Bryant. The couple, both in their 80s, were attacked in the Pisgah National Forest. Irene's body has been found, but her husband is still missing.
So there's a very good possibility that Gary Hilton is a serial killer.
It is a possibility. I'm not saying that, but if these other states do, and the jurisdictions come up with enough evidence to show that he had part of their missing hikers, then this very possibly could be a serial killer.
We're joined now by Brother Craig on location down there in Georgia. You know, bro, first of all, are we sure that he kept her alive in the vehicle, and do they have any idea, if so, why?
Well, this is what the sheriff believes. He believes that she was alive when she was parked in his vehicle outside the Huddle House restaurant where I am right now in Pickens County, Georgia. We're just about 10 miles from where Gary Hilton is being held in the sheriff's brand new jail there. All evidence points to the fact that she was alive and that she was in the parking lot of this restaurant just an hour before Hilton's picture was displayed on camera and he was finally turned in.
Okay, we'll be right back. Stand by, Craig, and we'll have some friends of Hilton after this.
There's a new Pulse that can give you a dentist clean feeling. New Pulsar Pro Health from the experts at Oral-B. Soft micropulse bristles pivot and pulse to clean deep between teeth, giving you a dentist clean feeling. Pulsar Pro Health from Oral-B.
I looked up insect bites. My roommate had bed bugs.
I burned my hand, and then I hit my head.
Ear infection? Double. Wasn't it double ear infection? I'm always on WebMD.
Organized information.
Medically reviewed, so we trust it.
WebMD. Better information, better health. 50's the new 40. Let's get real. What should never grow old are your dreams. And for that, you don't need a nip and a tuck. You need a plan.
Call 1-877-AFI-4941 today for your free copy of 6 Keys to Successful Financial Planning from Ameriprise Financial. This guide provides hints and tips on financial planning to help you think about reaching your dreams. Get your free copy by calling 1-877-AFI-4941 today.
I am one of nearly 90 million women who experience occasional irregularities. Now there's a way to help keep our digestive system on track. Live Active Cheese from Kraft. Now with a 14-day guarantee. Try great tasting Live Active Cheese from Kraft for 14 days. Get results or get it free. Visit liveactivefoods.com. Live Active Cheese from Kraft. Live well. Live active.
On Bravo 20 and hot pursuit, heading eastbound. All the TV and movies you want. He drops back. He throws. All the sports you need. Touchdown! All the gaming you crave. All together in your own personal megaplex. The HP Pavilion TV 9700T with a 17-inch high-def widescreen and genuine Windows Vista Home Premium. Other notebooks start at $449.99. The computer is personal again.
It's a big world, and it's my job to shrink it. I'm a model maker. We shrink buildings, we shrink landscapes, I make it really small. So when my doctor said that my going was because of an enlarging prostate, I said, how can we bring it down to size? He said, Avodart. He said, Avodart's different because over time, it actually shrinks the prostate and improves urinary symptoms over the long term. Other medicines don't treat the cause because they don't shrink the prostate.
Avodart is for men only. Women should not take or handle Avodart due to risk of a specific birth defect. Tell your doctor if you have liver disease. Rarely sexual side effects, swelling, or tenderness of the breasts can occur. Only your doctor can determine if your symptoms are from an enlarged prostate and not prostate cancer. So have regular prostate exams. Ask your doctor about Avodart today. It's your growing problem. It's our job to shrink it. Avodart.
Continuing now on this investigation of Gary Hilton, who confessed to the murder of Meredith Emerson, who is now suspected in 4 other cases. We've heard from Craig's report on the scene at the Huddle House restaurant, where ironically the perpetrator was dining when he had the poor girl alive in the trunk of his vehicle in the parking lot. Joining me now, Fox News contributor, famed forensic pathologist Michael Bodden rejoins me, as does former detective Mark Furman. But also joining us, the owner and the waitress who met Gary Michael Hilton, this accused or suspected serial killer, just hours before his photograph was released to the public. Meredith Emerson, again, still alive in the trunk of his vehicle outside Jim Barkley's restaurant. Jeanette Walker, the waitress, they joined Craig there. I just can't imagine, Jim Barkley, how frustrating it must be for you that the information that could have saved her life came to you so soon after this creep was in your restaurant.
That's the single biggest saddest part of this whole story, is that we were an hour and a half away from knowing who he was, what he looked like, and quite possibly we might have been able to do something to save her life.
And Jeanette, how did he behave, Gary Hilton? Do you remember?
Yeah, he was a little shaky, like he was hiding or something. I mean, just scary like.
I bet he was scary. I just back to you, Jim. What was your reaction, or did you speak to Jeanette as soon as you saw the photograph? Whether the media broadcast, I'm not exactly sure how you did see it. What was your reaction to each other? Did you slap yourself in the forehead and say, "Oh my God, that's the guy that's just here"?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. And when the GBI called us to come back to the restaurant approximately 3 hours after he left, they showed us pictures, and then they asked if we had him on our surveillance tapes, which we did. And at that point in time, my heart just sunk.
Mark Furman, why, in your experience, do these sick fiends cut the heads off their victims?
I can't address that in my experience, but with the age of DNA, it's certainly not identification. So So I would have to conclude that is simply his M.O., his perverse pleasure at doing so, the ultimate power over the victim after death or at the time of death. It's almost such an abstract question that I can only give you an abstract answer.
It's interesting. I agree very much with what Mark says. To dismember the whole body, head, arms, and legs, is to be able to get rid of the body in little packages without people seeing it. Just to cut off the head, in my experience, has been for shock value, to shock people. It's difficult to cut through the head. This woman was killed by multiple blunt force objects. You're not killed by this decapitation, and it's just a shocking thing for people who find the body.
If he uses the same knife or just the same thrust, can they identify him,
yes,
link him to these other cases?
Yes, that's what tool mark. They got to cut through his spine bone, his cervical spine bone, and the nature of the tool gives you tool mark evidence that can match different decapitations.
More people had an encounter with this killer after this.
Where the news is.
It seems like magic because it works so good. For 40, I would say I look pretty hot.
Within the very first week, I noticed my jeans were fitting looser. Thank you, Nutrisystem.
It's time for you to lose weight too. Order Nutrisystem Advanced, and we'll ship you 4 weeks of delicious meals, plus get free membership, free counseling, and free shipping. But wait, call or go to Nutrisystem.com/56 to find out how you can get 56 extra meals absolutely free.
It's not just about imagining your future. It's about knowing you'll get there. HSBC Direct Online Savings gives you 4.25% APY, 9 times the national savings average. And unlike CDs, you can withdraw cash anytime. Go to hsbcdirect.com and stay in control of your money while making more of it.
There's a river that runs through the South. It doesn't just run near us. It runs with us. We see what the river does. It bends. It loops. It goes backwards and forwards all at the same time. It heats up mighty hot and lights up mighty bright. We feel it too. It comforts us and carries us. And oh, how it moves us. It's the river of power we live on. Southern Company. We make it run.
It just pulled in the 2008 Chevy Tahoe with the Sun, Entertainment, and Destination package, equipped with just the right options, including a power sunroof, MP3-compatible CD-DVD player with navigation, and a rear-view camera system. Available now, all for one great value. Choose this 08 Tahoe and combine $1,000 option package savings with $2,000 cash back for a value of $3,000. See your local Chevy dealer or visit ChevyLocalDealer.com.
It just happened. Again. 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 It happened again. Again. It happened again. Another identity stolen.
Watch QVC and help protect your identity with Susie Orman's Identity Theft Protection Kit, featured at a special one-day price January 19th, only on QVC.
It happened again.
Back to the case of Gary Hilton, the suspected serial killer who confessed to killing 24-year-old Meredith Emerson in the woods of North Georgia last week. In Atlanta right now, we're joined by John Tabor. Tabor was friends with Gary Michael Hilton. Actually, John employed Hilton at his contracting company. Now, John, you played some role in contacting the police, did you not, in providing them with some information with Hilton's picture and the vehicle he was driving?
I'm the person, yes, who did first identify him to the authorities.
How was he when he worked with you? Was he a weirdo? Did you seem creeped out by him?
No, not for the most part. I had known him for almost 10 years, and during that period of time, he never really seemed to cause any problems.
Did he have unexpected absences, John?
Well, yes, he did, but they weren't necessarily unexpected. He was an outdoorsman. He loved to go out into the woods, and he wouldn't hang around in any one place for too long without going and spending a few weeks or longer up in the woods, and particularly in North Georgia and into the Carolinas.
John, we're looking at his trail of terror beginning in December of 2005 and going on through Meredith and then this other fellow, Michael Lewis. But going from basically 2005 to 2008, were you shocked when you realized that the authorities believed him to be the suspected serial killer?
I was shocked. However, he actually threatened my life at the end of past summer.
What did he say?
He demanded $10,000 from me.
For what?
He didn't really give a reason why, but
for what?
He let me know in no uncertain terms that if I didn't give him the money, he would kill me.
Robin McKinney is with Brother Craig at the Huddle House restaurant, again, where Meredith Emerson sadly was in the trunk of the vehicle alive and could possibly have been saved if the notification had come just a couple of hours earlier. Now, Robin McKinney, Gary Hilton worked for you also. Did he, what was your reaction to him?
Well, actually, he didn't work for me. He worked for Mr. Tabor on my job.
Oh, so Tabor was the contractor. Hilton worked for him. What kind of job did they do?
They did a lousy job. We had to have all the work redone.
So they botched the job, essentially.
That's right.
Did Hilton make you feel uncomfortable when you were around him?
He very much made me feel uncomfortable.
In what way?
And I was complaining about the way things were being done, and he was not at all happy about the fact I was complaining about him and complaining to his boss.
So you were not surprised Robin, when he was arrested?
No. I actually never knew that his name was Gary Michael Hilton. I knew him as Mac.
Mac. Craig, is there any suspicion that he's guilty of any other crimes around there?
Geraldo, in fact, some locals did tell me about an unsolved murder that occurred 10 years ago of an 11-year-old boy whose body was found in Dawson Forest, same place where the victim in this case was found.
Was he also beheaded?
With a body also beheaded, also decapitated.
Creepy. Craig, thanks. I got to go ahead of time. We'll be right back, folks, after this. Please stand by.
Introducing Renewin, the only intensive release supplement for joint care and energy. Renewin with glucosamine and chondroitin improves joint comfort, joint mobility, and boosts energy. Renewin in stores now.
Activon Ultra Strength Arthritis. Apply directly where it hurts. Activon. Safe and effective pain relief. Activon Ultra Strength Arthritis. In stores now.
Millions of Americans use Head-On. Try Head-On. If you're not 100% satisfied, we will give you your money back. We will give you your money back.
Cholesterol. It can come from a casserole, creamy tuna and peas, and your grandmother, Louise. From Mom's lasagna, extra cheesy, and your pop, Petey. A healthy diet is important. When that's not enough, adding Vytorin can help. Cholesterol comes from two sources, food and family. Vytorin treats two sources. Only Vytorin helps block the absorption of cholesterol from food and reduces the cholesterol your body makes naturally. Vytorin was also proven in clinical studies to lower bad cholesterol more than Lipitor alone. Vytorin is not for everyone, including people with liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Tell your doctor right away about unexplained muscle pain or weakness, which may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Certain medicines or foods may increase your risk of getting this serious side effect. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. So eat right, stay active, but if that's not enough, ask your doctor about adding Vytorin, the only medicine that treats the two sources of cholesterol.
A credit card with a savings account.
I could use that.
It's great